Welcome back to Manzoor's EVS tutorials. Today our topic is environment. This environment, it has been derived from the French word environner, which means surround or encircle. So we can say environment is anything that surrounds or encircles us. There are different components of an environment. Mostly, if we say we are surrounded by air, water, and soil. These are important components of an environment. Here is one component, water and soil. If we see these components, they interact with each other. This water, air, they are interacting with each other. But these interactions, they are from the both. So sometimes we see the gas oxygen, it is being added to water, or we see some precipitation or some pollutants from air moves to this water body, and there are also interactions occur between water and soil. Water is being added to the soil, or some nutrients which are present in the soil, they are being taken away by this water, and there also occur interactions between these two components. So these are non-living components of the environment, and these non-living components, they are also interacting with each other. Sometimes so these different things in one component, they move to other component, and the vice versa. The interactions are bidirectional, and there occurs living organisms as well. I am writing LO, living organisms. So this LO, it constitutes biotic component of the environment. It is our biotic component. So we human beings, we are present in this component. We constitute part of this biotic component, and this biotic component, it also interacts with these physical components of the environment, or with these non-living components of the environment. We are interacting with the air. We are interacting with both ways. We are interacting with soil as well. We are interacting with water as well. We means living beings. So this biotic component, it is also interacting with these abiotic component or physical component of any environment, and these interaction as well, they are also bidirectional. Now what happens, there are human in this biotic component, there are present human beings as well and other living organisms. So there are in biotic component, there are present humans, there are present plants, there are present animals, microbes, etc. So these constitute biotic component of the environment. Even within this biotic component, they interact with this physical environment. Besides this, they also interact with each other. So these human beings, plants, animals, microbes, they are also interacting with each other. Now, what are these interactions which occur between the living organisms and with each other and with their physical environment? Such interactions we study under ecology. Or we can say, in this ecology, we are studying the relationship that exists within living organisms, within humans, plants, animals, microbes, and also with their physical environment. So we are studying interactions which occur within this biotic component, and interactions of this biotic component with the physical component of the environment. Sometimes we study interactions of just a species. We are studying interactions of a species with respect to its environment. Such a study is being done under part of the sub-discipline of ecology called autoecology. So in autoecology, what we do, we study relationship of a species with its environment. But as we know, these these many species, they are present together in an environment. The presence very different presence of different species at some particular area of time, at some area, we call it community. In nature there are present communities, there are different species, they are present together. So in nature there is present community. Whenever we are studying different species together, we call that synecology. So in synecology we are studying community with relationship of a community with its environments. So what we study in synecology, community. So in here we are studying relationship of one species with its environment, and synecology we are studying relationship of many species, or we call it community with its environment. So this is clear now. So ecology is relationship of living organisms with each other and with their physical environment, and under autoecology we study relationship of just one species with its environment, and in synecology we study relationship of different species which we call community with its environment. Now back to this. Here we can see there are different physical components, they are interacting with each other, and and besides these physical components, these biotic components, they are also interacting with each other. They are also, besides interacting with each other, they are also interacting with these physical components as well. So environment environment is sum total of all these components, these biotic components, abiotic components, and the interactions that exist there. So we can say, so environment is not just surrounding by some physical or biological components. So actually environment is sum total of all the physical and biological components and their interactions. So interactions are also included in the environment. So what is environment now? So environment is sum total of all the physical and biological components which surround us, which influence us, which affect us in one way or other way, and their interactions. In short, we can say environment is sum total of all the interactions and sum total of all the components, physical as well as these biotic components and their interactions. So environment is physical component plus biotic component plus interactions, all the interactions which exist there between these components. So environment is sum total of all the components which are present there, physical as well as biotic component, and the interactions as well which are present over there. Now moving to this environment science. If we can see over here, environment, it constitutes of plants, it constitutes of animals, it constitutes of soil, it constitutes of water. So if we are to study environment, we must know the things about air or atmosphere, we must know about water, soil, about plants, about animals, about microbes. So we must know about all these things, only then we can study the environment. So in this environmental sciences, it integrates different branches of sciences. It integrates biological sciences, social sciences, So only then we can study the environment. So we can say this, if we see in botany, it is one discipline where we study plants. In zoology, we study these animals. In hydrology, we study water. In this soil science, we study soil. In this atmospheric sciences, we study atmosphere. But when we are to study the environment, we must know all these components. So that is why we are this environmental sciences. It integrates many branches of science and social science as well to study the problems of the science. So environmental science is multidisciplinary branch which integrates social sciences, physical sciences, biological sciences to study the environment. Or we can say this is one way of trying to understand what the environmental science is. One another way we can say like this, environmental science, it studies here in environment science the human beings. They are at the core, they are at the focus. We can say in environmental sciences we study relationship of human being with living and non-living components of the earth. So we can also say environment sciences studies the relationship of human beings relationship with living and non-living components of the earth. Or thirdly, we can say like this, for example, all the humans which are present on the earth, they constitute the human system. And what is left is natural system. If we take human beings out of this, so human beings and natural system. Natural system, it includes all living, non-living components of the environment excluding human beings. So it constitutes all living, rest of the living, non-living beings. So they constitute natural system. We can say environmental science, it studies interactions between human system and natural system. If we see human beings, they are adding different types of things, things to the environment. For example, we are causing pollution of the system, environment pollution. We are causing deforestation. Climate change. We are causing this depletion of resources, natural resources rather. And what environmental science does, it studies all these issues, all these things which are being, so it is studies all these things come under environmental science. We are trying to alleviate these problems of which are caused due to human beings or human systems. So in nutshell, we can say environmental science is interactions that exist between human systems and natural systems. And human beings, if we see, they are adding pollutants, they are causing ozone layer depletion, they are causing deforestation, depletion of resources. So all these things we study under environmental sciences. Thank you.